In part 1 I talked you through the writing of this riff. So the next stage was to expand on that with the second guitar part. At first I wanted to just thicken it out by having the second guitar essentially play the same thing, just a fourth down. And that sounded fine, but also pretty uninspiring. What a lot of bands do in these situations is have one guitar doing something complicated in the lower register, while the second guitar plays something melodic in the higher register. So I thought, what can be my version of that? Well, I wanted to keep the theme of using semitones and minor seconds that had been established in the first riff, but also to not occupy the same space as that riff, so I started with this. That sounded nice, and the slower pace of the riff made it feel like we were settling into some kind of verse and not just a crazy intro. But I was once lucky enough to meet one of my guitar heroes, Dan Weller from Sixth, after one of their shows, and I asked him if he had any tips for making big, complicated songs sound cohesive. He told me that one of his tricks is to try and build each new section of a song so that it contains something from the other riffs, and that's always something I tried to do. So because I had used this semi-delay technique in the first riff, and also because I'm a sadist, I wanted to use that same technique in this riff. Just to break that down a bit, and all of that combines down to this. But I was having the same problem I mentioned in the first riff, that while sounding cool, using all these semitones and minor seconds was making the melody feel really static, so I worked out a way to ascend up through the half steps, and then finish the riff from there. And here's the final result.